Anyway, welcome back to 31 through 35.
Damn.
Sorry, we got a package.
Crazy. A Court of Mist and Fury. Wow. Not much happened, but also a lot at the same time. You know, it's gonna beat you up.
Too much happened in like 5 chapters.
Cassian and Feyre are training. Moore shows up and they get into it about the club because some stuff happened at the club and Moore left and Cassian was like, "So where'd you go?" And she's like, "That's none of your business, bitch."
He's like, who'd you go?
And then Amber and Cass also get into it because she's like, "I just sat here for an hour and watched you guys fight." And he's like, "Give me 20 lunges." She doesn't. Rhys has an announcement. The announcement is that Feyre, Emran, and Rhysand are going to the summer court. Cassian is not pleased because he is not welcomed in the summer court because he wrecked a singular building, which I feel like he should get a pass for that. Only one building.
Mistakes happen.
After the summer court, Rhys is angry because he lost in cards. Intro to Tarquin, Cressida, and Varian. Love Varian. Cressida's kind of obnoxious, and Tarquin's my favorite, as always. Feyre flirts with Tarquin, and they ask if this meeting is about the war with Tamlin over Feyre. She's like, "What the fuck do you mean war?" And he's like, "There is no war," and he's like, "Oh, sick."
There is no war in Boston City.
I mean, apparently not. Rhysand is very upset because he actually likes Tarquin because Tarquin's such a cutie patootie, and how could you not like him?
He's a dreamer.
You see, I didn't think he was gonna be that good of a guy. I thought he was just like one of those guys that you.
Why do you think every time your mention of Tarquin came up, we were like Tarquin?
No, I just thought he was like funny, like Lucian. You guys were obsessed with Lucian too.
No, Tarquin.
But I was like, okay, when we got the Tarquin, I was like, oh my god, what a sweetheart! I'd kill for him.
I love Tarquin.
Multiple crimes.
Feyre flirts with Tarquin, and they ask if the meeting. Rhys actually likes him. Feyre uses her parentheses Tarquin's water magic on Rhysand, and he's like, "Damn, I told you to use fire. You're illiterate still." They're on the party barge, and she talks with Tarquin, who is simply adorable. And he's like, "I think Lesser Fae and Normal Fae should just be, Fae." And she's like, "Wow, revelation, equality. Go, Maxon, have your moment."
The visionary, truly.
And then she sees that Cressida and Rhys are flirting, and she gets so sad. She's like, "Oh, I'm lonely." And then she goes to the party barge's side, and she just stands there and is sad. She mopes for a bit. Feyre runs off by herself for a minute. Tarquin shows Feyre his trove of gold and stuff, and she's like, "Yeah, this is a cool necklace." He's like, "You want it?" And she's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "You're the most valuable thing in here." And I went, "Huh? Stop it! Stop me!" I'm like, "It's working." Feyre takes a walk and spots a little house revealed by the tide that feels like something. And she's like, "Oh, it's the book." And then at dinner, she asks about the temple, and Cressida and Tarquin are like, "What?"
Oh. What?
So then she sneaks into Tarquin's mind, and she's like, "No, there is no war in Ba Sing Se. We're friends. This is friendly things. We're so friends.
I'm so kind and so funny."
Literally, why would you think that? And then Rhys does that with both Cressida and Varian. And it's like, what? We have nothing planned.
Oops.
She's roasting at her.
There we go.
Okay. The plan is to spy on the temple that night and then get the book the next day. So yeah, that's 31 through 35.
You're right, not a lot happened. I think it was confusing 31 to 35 with 36 to 40. A lot happened from 36 to 40. 31 to 35. Well, see. Hold on.
Well, it's just the big part of it is like the summer court in general, because like in the beginning, it's just her and Cat. How the fuck did you get there? No. No. Anyway,
It's almost really
That would
bad.
be funner. Cassian and Feyre are training, and then Cassian and Moore are just so weird. And Feyre just like keeps pushing the fucking agenda.
Why can't she leave it alone?
Like,
It's what bothers
It's
me
nothing
so
to do with
bad.
her.
It's like
Nothing to do with her.
obviously they like did something once and now they're just friends. Like
Mhm.
obviously, it's so completely.
It's
obvious.
also extremely obvious that Azriel likes her, so like I don't understand why.
Like, why do you shove it in my face?
Why do you need to be told explicitly? Yes, this is the love triangle that's happening, and this is what we think of it.
Yeah, like because I don't get it because it's like just it's fair the entire time. She's like, so you and Cassian, and I'm like, you're completely ignoring that there's one other side of the love triangle who is always looking at her and just refuses to say anything, and just let it go. You haven't even figured out your shit. Why are you trying to push it onto somebody else's shit?
And like, imagine if someone was doing the same thing to them, being like, you and Reese, you guys have been glancing at each other a couple. Like, what are you guys
I
ignoring
thought
here?
you were with Tamlin.
That's
Yeah, like-
crazy.
She'd be pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Why would she do that?
And like it's literally like every single character she comes across is like, don't bring it up. Don't
Just
bring it up.
Just don't do it.
We don't
Don't
talk
bring it up.
about it. I think Reese says that he like deliberately does not get involved.
Reese?
That was so funny. Anyway, and then it, like Cassian and Moore getting or in Amber getting into it, and he's like, I gotta go to the summer court. Like I can, they're dangerous. I gotta go with you. And Reese is like, no, you broke a building. You're not allowed back in there. The fuck, dude? And he's like, no, just let me go. It's one building. It's not that big of a deal. Let me go.
This
Let me
time.
go.
I've grown up.
Why are you watching the cat so
Because I
intensely?
feel like she's gonna try and knock this off the counter.
The yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
And
And then they got to the summer court.
then they got to the summer court, and it's all beautiful and rainbows and sunshine and summer. And Tarquin.
And also the way that the summer court is described, it's so
I want to go to
fun.
there.
I want to go to there.
I want to
I
go
feel like
to
she
there.
she might have based it off like the Amalfi Coast, kind of. Like with the
I've never been, so I'll never. I don't know.
I was thinking of Mediterranean.
Mhm.
I don't know why I was saying Mediterranean. That was the first thing.
But
I was in the Caribbean, but that's just because that's the only like blue ocean I've ever seen, like that blue.
Fair enough. Fair
So-
enough. It was. I was thinking the Mediterranean, and then for some reason, but the Caribbean, I feel like were better.
Yeah, because those are the shades of water in the Caribbean.
I like the Caribbean better. I take
Very
my,
much giving.
I take my Mediterranean casting back. I like the Caribbean.
Fuck it up. So Varian, Cressida, that's her name, right? Yeah, and Tarquin. Cressida, I forgot she existed. TBH, like I knew she was there, but I like forgot that she had a name.
I didn't care about her.
She's like unimportant. I think.
I was
Literally,
like,
I think
she
she
might-
never really comes up again.
She might, but
I
I
was-
don't remember.
I
She
was
like gets mentioned, but like she never really says anything.
like, well, I was reading it. I was like, oh, she's just there. And
Talking in
Sarah was
Lankan.
like
Randomly making
there's, like,
backhanded compliments.
she's-
with Sarah.
flirting with Rhysand, and I was like, okay,
Okay.
she's flirting with Rhysand.
You have
He's
no say
sitting
over
there.
this.
He's sitting there, and you have no say over this because once again, I say, although they are kind of friends now, so it's
They're shawties. They're
Well, the thing-
besties.
this is why I should read ahead.
Also, her and Tarquin, like
Professing that they're easy to fall in love with each other.
That was
Yeah.
so cute.
so cute, and also and like the whole the easier to be friends with thing
Mhm.
too. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
that
so
made me
cute.
soft.
And also, I like Tarquin like kind of acknowledging that like obviously Farah like feels something for Reese because she keeps intently watching him. And then but also still like I wonder if I can woo her too.
He's like, I could do it.
And he
Watch
can.
me.
Fair game.
He can because she does say you'd be very easy.
And then he gives her a big old diamond necklace, which is like, huh.
That
Black.
is the weight
Oh,
of my
It's
heart.
like black jewels or whatever that would fit really well into the night.
Yeah, and like Cressida's like, it looks good on you. It doesn't fit your hair.
You know what? She kind of ate
Crazy
that.
thing to
She
say.
kind of ate with that line. She kind of ate with that line.
And Varian just like looking at it like who did this?
It was
Who
kind of
gave you
funny.
that?
I giggled. That was fine. Fair being like extremely jealous that so jealous in fact that she not only like avoids Rhysand's eyes the entire time, but she also skips breakfast
And dresses to match Tarquin.
It's like,
so funny.
Hilarious. Why'd
I
you
was
do
like,
that?
Like an exact match too. She's like, we could have been a matching set.
To Nile, it was a river in Egypt.
You're crazy.
You're mated to the guy that you don't like.
Okay, let's
right now.
ditch the second High Lord and move to a third. Why don't you know what?
collecting them like Pokemon cards.
Other than the Autumn Court one, let's just do them all.
There's at least a fourth that could be possible.
Yeah, because
Winter
which one's
Court?
gay? It's
Dawn.
Dawn,
As it
and
should.
then Helion, right?
So
Yeah. And then the other one's old.
Oh, right.
And the other one's
Well, they're all
married.
old.
Are they?
The winter one is married.
Oh, I thought they were just in love.
They're all old.
No, but like old. Like Baron's old. Like
physically?
decrepit.
Like
Physically?
thousands of years old.
14,000 years old, I believe.
Like he looks older because he's so old and fey. Like he's aged,
He's icky.
kind of old.
That makes no sense. You're telling me recent
Well,
is
they're-
500 and
He's
he
14,000 years old.
They're
Oh, 14,000 years. I heard 1400 and I was like, how does that make sense? If Reset looks like 25.
I was like, they're
And he's
immortal,
500.
but they're still like they still age.
No,
It just takes
yeah.
them significantly
I just
longer.
misunderstood the age. I heard 1400 and I was like, 1400.
I don't know if that's
500.
actually true. I saw that on TikTok somewhere.
I don't know. I just kind of rolled with it.
I did too.
Oh, okay.
Like he's old. He's old.
false information.
I don't know. I saw it on TikTok and I believed it. So
Also, something I've been meaning to bring up since we read the first Avatar book, and I just kept forgetting how Baron was the first to step up and give it like a piece of himself to save Farah. Like the very first to do it.
It's a business opportunity.
I guess it was so random. I was like, why did he do that?
Business opportunity.
Well, if he's the oldest, then he might understand.
no, he's a bad dude.
Oh, then what the
Really
fuck?
bad.
Well,
But,
like, he's a
even
bad
like what he
dude.
said, he was like, "You sacrificed for this land, so I sacrificed for you," or something along those lines. It was very weird. I was like, "This is out of character."
Yeah. I think it's a business opportunity. For what business? I don't know. I don't know if they actually ever talk. They might.
They do.
Oh. Okay. Well,
The trove. I don't know. The party barge. Barge.
Party
Barge.
rockers in the house.
woo, these were such weird 5 chapters.
Imagine going on this barge, this big old party barge, and you're talking, you're flirting, and then I look over and she's flirting with someone else, and I go, I'm gonna go stand over
Hey,
there.
Fallon. Hey, Fallon.
I'm gonna go stand over there, and I'm gonna look sad out at the ocean for a couple hours. What? First you flirt with someone else, and now you try and bite me.
It's the
Why
same
would you
time
do
I
that?
tried to bite you.
I'm gonna throw you off the party barge.
No.
You're not invited to my next party
No,
barge.
for real. She was sulking though for like a full hour, just like by herself.
Literally.
Like,
You know
girl
what?
forgot her whole mission because she saw Reese flirting with someone else.
Which is why I'm telling y'all, and y'all are gonna keep denying this shit, but I know they are mates, and I know that everything is just taken like even more dramatic. Just watch Fallon in a few chapters from now, because I have a sense it's happening soon. Yeah.
What if I told you that Tarquin and Feyre actually come back?
Not believe you. I would not believe you. Not after the way they screwed him over.
She gets tired of Reese, fetches out, walks to the summer court,
and then she
rides on one of her little like water animals.
she talks to Tarquin, and then she's like chill with him for a little bit, and then she goes, "Oh wait, there's another High Lord available." Oh wait, give me a minute.
Give
And
me
you
a
know what?
minute.
She slays.
No,
every
and I
time.
love that for her.
Was it here where was it these chapters where like Cassian comes back from the human court and he's like
No.
kissing? That's later on.
Yeah, this is all in the summer court.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we read a lot today.
I think it's also funny that Reese actually likes Tarquin. Like he says,
Oh my god.
like I want to be his friend, and I went, "Oh,
That kind of broke me.
I'll be your friend."
Low key, that's so sad. Can you imagine? He's had like a very like set group of friends for the last
Ever.
100 years. And more than that.
Decades.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, couple
Centuries.
centuries. Yeah, that was a long time.
And like he like has this so many like aspirations for the Night Court and like for peace and all these different things. And Darkwing just
You
was the
met
same
someone
thing.
very similar to him. And honestly, Adriata or whatever, was a very similar place to the
Oh.
to Valeris.
I was like, Adriana? What the fuck is that?
No, it's
Adriana?
the place.
But
But yeah,
it was very similar to the to Valeris in the way that sorry, and where it was just like a group of all the people that just enjoyed living, and
Except this one
normalcy.
but it's
No,
not
concept.
normal.
but they were like, traumatized, obviously.
Yeah,
So
traumatized.
I love
it's
it when
like
that happens.
traumatized, but in spite of that, they're trying to live and be happy.
She walks around and she's like, I ate a fried fish today at the dock. And Tarquin's like, why the fuck did you do that?
He's
Why
like,
the fuck have I not done that? And
He's
then he
like,
does
"I'll
it the
live
next
with
day.
Yeah, you know what? What a king. He goes,
Copycat.
I should. And then he does.
He can't be like, he has to be exactly like other girls. He went, oh, you ate fried fish at the dock? No, I have to go eat
Yeah.
fried fish at the dock.
Yeah.
Imagine if Tarquin had gotten caught under the mountain, whenever his cousin or whatever snuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if he had gotten caught, and he got him and his family murdered. Like, who would be succeeding next as the High Lord?
Me.
I have a lot of world building issues with Sarah J. Maas. I don't understand the hierarchy.
It's just power.
It's literally just power.
No, I know, but like, if everyone dies out, there's usually like contingency plans. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll go by power.
By power. Like, so if like we're like really distant cousins and I kick the bucket and Alana and you are also really distant cousins, even though she might be more related to me than you are, if you're more powerful than her, you get the throne.
Okay.
They smell it.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So you don't get the throne, Alana. You get skipped over. And then if you die, then Alana gets the throne.
Yeah.
Oh, so great. You just put a target on my back.
I'm dead. I'm already dead.
But their families have been around for thousands and thousands of years, so you could be very distantly related to a High Lord and not even know it.
Yeah.
Seems improbable.
She also just introduced the summer court, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, no, just that was a question I'd always had since the spring court. I was like, well, if everyone in Tamlin's family dies, who takes over?
Mm-hmm. Well, some things in the spring court are not as they seem. They're simply not having it over there.
I don't like the spring court, but I also feel like I would enjoy it a lot more if Tamlin wasn't there. I hate that man. I take any opportunity to bitch on him. He's so annoying.
I think living in Eternal Spring would kind of suck.
Yeah.
Like
the pollen
everywhere. I'd be sneezing every day.
Think about us walking in the heat of Tallahassee for the rest of our lives.
My hair would be ruined.
But even like summer too, I feel like would be great. Fall would probably be a good one.
Autumn would be a good one.
But I want to be in. I'd be in like one of the solar courts because I like all the seasons. I like variety in my life. Spice it up, you know.
If you were in the court, which court would you?
I'd be in the night court.
I think I kind of like the winter.
I don't know anything.
Really?
I really like snow.
You like to be cold all the time?
Not all the time, but the day.
I think it'd be in the autumn
the
court.
summer would be so fun though.
Oh, the autumn court.
It'd be cold.
I changed the summer court.
I think the autumn court. I don't know anything about the autumn.
I like the two extremes, but I don't like the in betweens. I hate autumn.
I love autumn.
I like the leaves. I like watching the
leaves fall. I like it when it rains.
The fire watching or whatever they call it.
Autumn court.
But no, I like variety in life. I like the spice of it. So I'd be in a solar court.
Is there a dusk court?
No. Only they left that one out. They said no, so we can't have
There's dawn, but there's no dusk.
Yeah, they're irrelevant. Who needs a fourth solar court? Not Frithian, obviously.
She modeled it after the UK, but she couldn't fit in.
You had to leave someone out. Obviously. Feyre is so lonely. And she's like, damn, I haven't fucked in a minute.
She does comment on the fact that she's lonely, but it's not even like lonely. It's like she's like, I just want sex really badly. And I'm like, you're so bad for that, queen.
Love that for you,
I thought you said sax for a second. I was like, she fucking up the saxophone over there.
For
real.
She like just really wants to be fulfilled.
But fair. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
And I love that for her.
I think she considered actually genuinely asking, like, thinking about Tarquin, but like then she was like,
I don't think she considered. I think she was too guilt-ridden by the fact she had to trick Tarquin to actually like go the extra mile and like
No, before.
Huh?
This is before. Before she got into his head, she considered
No, even
actually sleeping with
before.
Tarquin.
Yeah, I know, but even before, I'm saying she was still guilt ridden by the fact she was lying.
Oh yeah, I don't think she would have done it. Obviously, she didn't do it, but like, I feel like, well, she like thought about it for a second. She's like, maybe I should ask Tarquin,
I would.
and then she was like, no, I won't, because reasons.
would.
But like, she
Mhm.
considered it for a second.
I consider it a
She
lot.
was like, Reese is doing it, and why shouldn't I? Reese was not doing it. And she was saying, like, Reese was doing it, so why can't I? It kind of sounds like a boyfriend and girlfriend are fighting, and so a boyfriend is like, you know what? I'm gonna go get a drink with my friends to cool off. And he goes and gets it, and you're like, well, I can't just be alone at my house doing nothing.
I'm gonna go get a drink with my friends.
Pretty much.
Because I'm
That's kind of what it felt like.
like other
A
girls.
singer.
Singer. Reesekin's jealous as fuck. She takes a walk and she spots the little place, the little hovel that's been taken away by low tide. So funny, so random. Why is that there?
What an odd place to hide it in. Like, I understand why. What an
Because who would go?
what an
I've seen random little things like that before. Like I understand they're there and like
Yeah.
obviously, but I'm just like that's so funny.
But I'm like, but
I love that.
I get the hiding in plain sight. Like, I definitely understand that. Like, I thought the biggest like mouth jaw drop reveal in my life was when somebody hid like a really important rock in a soap, like as a soap in a bathroom,
Mhm.
because it looked like a soap bar,
Mhm.
and no one noticed it until like one
Mhm.
person was like, "Hold on."
Wait, actually, this is not cleaning my
That's-
hands. This is not
Well,
leathering.
no, because they had like that, and then they had like
This
a, like
is
a
not
little like a basket of like soaps or whatever. So like she was just like,
this
"Hold
is
on,
not lathering the way it should.
hold on," and then she was like, "Brilliant," and then she like, "Oh."
Um.
But
go
I
ahead.
thought it was cool as she said that all of the guest rooms wouldn't even face where that little spot is, as if like trying to hide it from everyone.
It's so funny. It's so strategic. I love that for them. I love the summer court. I love them. I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah.
I want to go to the summer court. Sarah, let me go. Sarah, take me there. Dinner with the summer court people.
That kind of made me sad.
What?
I was like, well, at first I didn't even realize that she had done it. I was like, wait, I'm so confused. What are you doing? And then after the fact, that's when I asked her, I was like, what did she
Mhm.
say? And you're like, oh, she just feels guilty. And I was like, guilty for what? And then I was like, oh, girl went into his head
Fucking
and changed
around.
his fucking thoughts.
Finding out.
And I don't like that. I don't like it. And well,
She doesn't like it either.
She doesn't like it either, which is, well, no, you don't understand the relief I felt when she didn't like it either. I was like, well, I would hope you didn't. And she just like felt genuinely so guilty. So because he had been like such a nice guy to her,
Mhm.
and I was like, yeah, like low key f you. I get why you had to do it, but like f you, man.
What do you think of Reese and Vera's conversations? Like especially right after she had been ignoring him.
Dude, they go from hot and cold, like
Mhm.
hot and cold, but like
It's like ridiculous.
like ridiculously so. Like like it's cute. Like I remember I mentioned it to you. I was like, I like it when they get soft, but I think Sergey Bass did this with like Tamlin as well in book one, where it's like just before they start getting soft with each other, they're hot and cold to like varying degree, like extremely like, polarizing things. Where I'm like, oh, you have no reason. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a nice scene because there's no reason they should be arguing. They start arguing
because Farrah can't flirt.
for no reason, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't really understand why you're reacting this way. This
Well,
is
I
like,
think she says it where she's like, well, the flirting, the annoyance, and something else are the only things she knows. The only emotions she truly like
no,
understands.
yeah,
And she's not good at it.
but it's not like good. It
Well,
doesn't-
she had Thomas before that, so I don't blame her. And
I'm just like,
Tamlin.
it's more like I'm like, oh, okay. It gets better. Like it's not, the dialogue sometimes is clunky. Not all the dialogue, but some dialogue is like I'm like ooh, please don't say that ever again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm like, this is how you know she's 19 because she be saying weird.
Yeah,
shit.
like weird ass shit.
Weird shit.
She'll say something, and I'm like, and I know that they're using innuendos to like kind of like distract. So like I get that that's like the joke,
Mhm.
but it just sometimes it just makes no sense to me.
I'm like, girl, Girl,
Like,
take
I-
it back a notch.
I think it's just because like
Take it back now, y'all.
I sometimes forget
What
that
up
like
this time?
I think it's just because sometimes I forget that it's a romantasy rather than like
Fantasy.
a fantasy with a romance subplot. Because sometimes I'll be like, okay, why are you guys not more focused on the fact that
The
the world
war.
is ending and the war is happening? Why are you guys taking a stroll down memory lane? Like, please. I'm very aware of the fact that it's just because they're like, it's a romantasy, like they are the main plot. And then the war is kind of like a subplot.
Which is crazy.
Weird subplot to make. Honestly, you could have made any subplot.
Which like obviously happens in a lot of romantasy books,
Yeah,
but I'm
but-
always just like, guys, I swear to God, guys,
Can
please,
we have a little urgency?
a little
It's
decorum.
like a little urgency. Like that's what I'm missing. Like urgency, and there is some urgency at times, but like you know how these 5 chapters were like slow.
Mhm.
36 to 40 were incredibly fast,
Mhm.
and they were really interesting. And then it slows down again for 5 chapters, where it's unbearingly slow, and then boom, it like speeds up for 5 chapters again,
Mhm.
and it happens every single time. And it's literally just because it's plot, 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 pause, romance, 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 pause, plot, 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 plot,
Yeah.
and then pause, romance, and it's fine because I get a cute little giggly moments out of it for 5 chapters straight.
Mhm.
But then
there's a war.
the war pops up, and I'm like, oh yeah, shouldn't you guys
That
be
thing that's
more
happening.
concerned?
Crazy.
It's a crazy thing because like they keep talking about they're like now we just have to wait for like the queens to respond. Wait,
Go march over
march
and like stand
over.
outside.
Stand outside, do something,
Protest.
cause a stir,
Make a little sign.
make a little sign. We will leave.
Like, wait, I know
That's
you can't get in, but just like have Azriel stand out there and just stare them down every day. I feel like that would get the word. Just stand there.
Yeah, like or just I don't know, like maybe have more of an interaction with the humans that they're using to send the letters to the queens. Just because right now it feels like Rhysand shows up every so often. He's like, yeah, we've sent a new letter.
But they're not the main characters of the story.
No, obviously I know that, but like,
they're a plot device.
but it like the urgency is just not there sometimes. Sometimes it's there, and sometimes when it's there,
having
it's
to send a letter to go to battle. Like here's this letter. It's gonna travel across the sea. Guys, okay, we might battle in 3 months. We might battle in 5. It all depends on the postage,
it's actually quite funny. I
on
thought
the carrier pigeons.
the way that wars are like strategized and the way that things will work. It's like so funny to me.
It's all just so far apart.
Yeah, but
the temple that they like take a stroll that night too, where Reese is like, I'm gonna go watch some stuff, and Amron's like, you wanna go for a walk? You wanna go for a walk? Get to see some stuff? Sample the culture? The people? She drinks blood.
Oh,
I
I didn't know where you're going with that. I was like, what? When did they go? Oh, that's right.
What should I say right now to sample you away? Because that would be helpful.
bro admitted to murder.
Me?
Yeah.
No, someone else doing it for me, so it's like aiding and abetting. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Get it together.
Fair enough.
Pull it together.
Fair enough.
Yeah, those are those chapters. So
Yeah, I mean they're pretty good chapters. It's just
yeah, they're interesting. They're just leading up to some stuff that happens, and it's like, wow, stuff.
again 5 chapters of
Relationship
adrenaline, and then
issues.
5 chapters of like relationship, which is fine. It's just I'm sensing a pattern.
I think the summer crow. I think the summer crow was definitely a mix of like plot and like romance issues.
Well, it happened over the entire. It's happening over the course of the entire novel.
Duh.
Obviously, romance. Follow us, subscribe. Love you. Bye.
Bye.